Dan LeBatard.
There is nothing that I could say about anything that you, the culture around sports radio, will not find a way to argue with.
Stugats.
That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I'm sure you can find something that I won't argue about. Stop being so stupid. Yeah. Short-sighted.
This is the Dan LeBatard Show with the Stugats on ESPN Radio.
For the first time in Crayola's 100-year history, the company is retiring a color from its 24-count box. Except Crayola isn't saying yet which crayon is getting kicked out, saving the announcement for Friday morning. More on this story as it develops. For all the latest headlines and information, tune in to Sports Center on ESPN Radio all throughout the day.
So are they going to 23 crayons, or are they going to go to 24 crayons, remove a color, and add another color?
More on this story as it develops.
Okay, very good. I'm sorry to have asked a follow-up question there. Go ahead and look at those colors for me, please, and tell me which one is the one that's got to go. If one has to go.
The white crayon has to go. I never used the white crayon. When you were growing up, did you ever use the white crayon?
Not very much. No.
Right, because you were usually coloring on white paper and therefore never had a need for the white crayon. I think the white crayon is the crayon to go.
What are some other options there? Give me some other options there. People are going to start making race jokes. I don't know in 2017 if you can eliminate the white. You sure as hell can't eliminate the black. You better not eliminate the black. Yeah, you better be careful eliminating the white. I think you don't offend anybody if you just eliminate periwinkle blue or one of those rogue colors.
It's not an option. There is no periwinkle blue.
Well, what is
red, yellow, blue, brown, orange, green, violet, black, carnation, pink, yellow, orange, blue, green, red, violet, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, white, violet, red, dandelion, crulin, apricot, scarlet, green.
Was that a question?
Yeah, I was asking if I was pronouncing it correctly.
Right, there was a crayon named after a question in there.
Apricot, scarlet, green, yellow, indigo, and gray.
There are a lot that are going to be eliminated before white gets eliminated. White's a primary color. You can't eliminate any of the primaries. Many of you are writing in that white is not a primary color.
Confirmed.
Okay, so what are the primary colors? Red, blue, what are the primary colors?
Red, green, blue, magenta?
What? Magenta's not one of the primary colors. You owe $5 from reading the internet wrong. There's no way magenta is one of the primary colors. Guillermo, put on the poll there. Did you think white was one of the primary colors? I don't know. How many primary colors are there? I don't know. 3? There are 3 primary colors? Okay, I thought there were like 8 primary colors, so that's my bad.
I think the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue, and then secondary are like orange, purple, and green because they're like a mix of the primary colors.
So white doesn't even get secondary. So what's after secondary in terms of the colors?
I would assume tertiary colors are after secondary, right?
Well, we can agree that white, what did you just do there? Like, bad enough that I think white is a primary color, which is pretty stupid. But you just put magenta as one of the primary colors? What are you reading?
I read the secondary colors for red, green, and blue.
And this guy is making an appearance all over today. Just hammering me. LeBatard, you moron. White is not a primary color. Those are red, yellow, and blue. Moron! Then he capitalizes it. Moron! Then another guy writes in, I lost respect for Dan when he thought white was a primary color. That's some first grade-ish, bruh.
That's the thing?
That's the thing. I had all his respect, and then I lost it. Can I have a portion of it back? What do I have to do to get a portion of your respect? It's one of my favorite things in sports. I lost all respect for so-and-so. I lost a little bit of respect for so-and-so. So-and-so did this thing, and I'm not going to take all my respect, but a little bit of it, I'm going to take it back. Take it back and put it right over here. He can't have it. But God forbid you do the thing that loses all that guy's respect, because then you're standing there naked with none of his respect that you didn't know you had. And you're white, not a primary color. So this is some basic stuff here, though. Around here, I think you guys would, for a know-it-all, it's surprising how little I know. I think that it would happen to any of you talking 4 hours a day, for 15 years, just wandering all over the place, I think we'd find out that a lot of people don't know some very basic things. I don't know that I ever learned what the primary colors are. And it hasn't hurt me at all. Until now.
You wish you took that lesson more seriously?
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I wish I hadn't had my finger in my nose and was staring at that girl's Cheetos in first grade during primary colors being taught. But what is funny is my brother comes on here and we ask him sports questions and we're like, who was the shortstop for the New York Yankees the last 20 years? And he's like, oh, I know this one. Eric Jeter, because he doesn't know anything about sports. I know just as little about art, obviously.
It'd be hilarious if he didn't know that white wasn't a primary color.